Oh man, this is the life of a Vancouver Canucks fan, because now we're going out here and talking about trade candidates that are seemingly entering the scope of potential reality here. And these are names that I'm really not starting to like. I mean, yesterday we already made a commentary talking about Frank Seravalli and names like Adam Gaudette or Alexander Wenberg, guys the Vancouver Canucks could go out there and target on the trade block in order to help out with their center problem at the moment. But this name, oh boy. You know, we already made a video talking about the Red Wings earlier in today's show. Well, we're gonna double dip and head over to what Frank Seravalli said on yet another episode of Frankly Hockey, the show where he goes out there and talks about hockey with former Vancouver Canucks host, in-arena and digital host, Kate Pedersen. We miss you, Kate. You were very beloved over here in Vancouver, and not just because the Canucks were winning in the season that she was here, but this is what Seravalli said on the Frankly Hockey show 2 days ago regarding the Canucks center search. What about one of the guys in Detroit? If the Red Wings are potentially willing to move on from a JT Compher. If you're thinking bigger picture, that would be Nazem Kadri. Now, this is like the biggest red flag, I think, for the Vancouver Canucks. Because I'm sitting here and thinking about the same conversation that we had yesterday in the video about Adam Gaudette and Alex Wenberg and Ryan Poehling. Out of the names that Frankly Hockey went out there and tossed out in yesterday's video, I mean, the only one that I was kind of okay with was Jean-Gabriel Pageau. And I guess a lot of Red Wings fans are sort of ticked off at him because he was able to get some offense yesterday. But anyways, JT Compher out of the Detroit Red Wings as a potential option here? Is this the guy that is going to move the needle and allow the Vancouver Canucks to be a top-tier playoff contender once again? Absolutely not, man. I get that JT Compher, of all people, has a Stanley Cup. There's value there. But when he won the Stanley Cup with the Colorado Avalanche back in 2022, he was a lot better than he is now. I mean, just look at the point production that he had in those seasons. He was a half a point a game guy with the Avalanche. In the cup-winning season, he had 8 points in 20 playoff games, and the year after, he had 52 points in 82. That's a strong body of work for a guy who was a pending UFA and who inevitably priced himself too far out of Colorado's range. He signs with Detroit, gets 48 points in 77 games in his first year, and then 32 points in 76 in the next. Now this season, he's on pace for 31. JT Compher is getting older. He's making $5.1 million a year till the end of 2028. And already you're seeing Red Wings fans harping on how bad this guy is and how he and Rasmussen and, I mean, you can debate Copp, probably not Copp, honestly. You can say him, Rasmussen, and Berggren especially. So many fans go out there and talk about how these guys are absolutely not the play and how their overall level of performance is just not fit for what the Red Wings need from a bottom six that tries to play at the NHL level. Talk about the guys at the top, yeah, okay, Larkin is one of the most productive players in the league. Raymond, you can say that he's hurt, so maybe he shouldn't be playing right now, but he is, and he's still somewhat effective. DeBrincat needs to get the monkey off of his back. He will start scoring once he gets that first one. And then some other names, Emmett Finney's looking pretty good, Brensek Newgard, Kane needs to come back, etc. But JT Compher is not somebody whom Wings fans will go out there and preach about in a very positive way. They might joke around in the comment section of this video saying, yeah, he's pretty good. Go out there and take him, Vancouver. Take him off of our hands. Please don't make us retain any salary. Like, I will really be surprised if we don't see at least one or two of those comments. But frankly, hockey's kind of got it on lock here. None of these names that he's going out there and mentioning are needle movers in any respect. They're just guys. They're just there, and they're just not really impactful in the ways that you would prefer a trade acquisition to be. These guys are replacement-level guys. If you get JT Compher onto the Vancouver Canucks, sure, he's better than a Nils Åman. He's probably better than, I was going to say Max Sasson, but I honestly might not agree with that anymore. Let's exclude the entire Abbey line because they play very well together. He's better than Aatu Ratu. Absolutely. He's probably like a Teddy Bluger replacement level player, maybe even a little bit less than Bluger, I'd say, just based off of the way the Red Wings fan base talks about him. I don't know if this guy moves the needle in any significant capacity that would help the Vancouver Canucks win games. We saw yesterday they suffer from boring play, inopportune chances. This team can't move. They can't create out of nothing anymore. Quinn Hughes is looking checked out, and Elias Pettersson's getting knocked down more than before. JT Compher is not going to be the guy to fix that. And at this point, I think, until the Vancouver Canucks go on yet another win streak, and they end up getting a high PDO bender, which allows fans to breathe a little bit more and start being optimistic about the squad again and what they're capable of, I don't think anybody in Vancouver would be satisfied with a JT Compher trade. Now, I'm recording this audio on the night of Thursday, October 23rd, so whoop-de-doo, watch it like he's going to get traded to Vancouver before this video is public on YouTube, and I'm going to look like a total clown, or somebody else is going to get traded to Vancouver, like Adam Gaudette or something. But with this rumor, this idea, this name being tossed out there, JT Compher, he is just not it. Nazem Kadri is also tossed out here as an option as well, but I don't really want to get into Kadri at this point. He is an entire other can of worms with the Calgary Flames. I'm just sitting here and thinking about Vancouver and how damned their center situation really is. I mean, over the past few years, Horvat, Miller, Lindholm, that's 3 really, really strong centers, and the Vancouver Canucks kept none of them. Yes, you can say that these guys were swapped around for other pieces, like you had JT Miller, who was essentially flipped for Marcus Pettersson, and you had Bo Horvat, who was essentially flipped for Phil Hronek. The defense is not that bad, but up front, especially with Filipino out of the fray, I'm sorry, but that guy, he might need to take a step away from hockey forever if this continues down the way that we think it is. That's not me wishing any ill will towards Filipino and his situation, but it's more like, it's hard to think that things have the potential to go well for that guy. He started out looking really solid. He was coming out of the gate hot, flying, scoring goals, and ultimately clutching up, allowing Vancouver to win games. But now we don't know what the situation is with Chytil. Teddy Bluger also is out. Niels Höglander also is out. Lekaramaki also is out. Everybody is out in Vancouver. Is JT Compher the answer? Absolutely the hell not. I don't think so, and I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comments as to whether or not you think so as well. I wanted to get the Red Wings fans in there because, of course, indicating that any Red Wings guy is available for trade or would be an interesting trade target is always a fun idea for fans, especially if it's a guy like JT Compher, whom Red Wings fans love to dunk on at every chance they get. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button. If you didn't, the dislike button is down there for you too. Thoughts in the comments section below, because comments help out with the algorithm. I'd really appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.